Hi, I'm Anthony Butkovich, owner of Workers' Comp Simplified. Here today, we're going to spend some time and simplify the Workers' Compensation Board of Alberta premium rate statement. So if you're a company in Alberta or you're a professional who's working in Alberta and you have a WCB account, this will be for you. The end of November, beginning of December is usually when the WCB Alberta will release its rates to companies, essentially telling them what the rates are going to be for that company in the next year. So in this case, you're going to see in this example, this was released on December 4th, 2021, but it was talking about the rate year 2022. Before we dig deeper, there's three things I want you to pay attention to when reading your statement. These are three things to simplify your process. If you've never looked at one of these before, or maybe you're familiar, but you're wondering or you have some questions, here's three things you want to pay attention to when you're reading your premium rate statement. Item number one, your rate year, found right here. This is the year in which your rates are affected. So this $2.49 you see here, that pertains to your rates for 2022, not 23, not 2027, 2022. Second thing, most people want to know, am I going to be in a surcharge or am I going to be in a discount? Like, how bad is this going to be? Now, some people understand this, some people don't. That's okay. But you can answer this just by checking out your claims costs. So here's your claims costs, 170. Okay, you can check out your claims costs and you can compare it to the industry average. And I'm going to go in a little more detail on this in a second, where I explain how this turns into a surcharge or a discount. But I just want you to see where to find it. So are you going to be in a surcharge or discount? This area here is going to tell you that answer. And lastly, how much is this going to cost me? Which is a great question. I mean, companies have a lot of overhead. They got to spend money on a lot of things. And unfortunately, in many situations, WCB is mandatory. So how much is this going to cost me? To find out how much this is going to cost this company, or if this was your premium rate statement, you're looking for your employer premium rate, and you can find that right here. Now, let's take a closer look in this, but actually, before we do that, let's go over what a premium rate is. So this line right here, what is a premium rate? Premium rate is the rate that WCB charges a company to insure $100 of payroll. Now, they do this because WCB is an insurance company, just like your car insurance, your house insurance, all of those things. And so when you pay your car premiums, you're insuring your car so that if you get in a car accident, the insurance company pays for the damages and covers all the different expenses. Well, in WCB's world, they're insuring the payroll, because by insuring the payroll, you're protecting or you're insuring your employee so that if the employee is in an accident, the WCB will cover the medical costs and that sort of thing. And if you're looking for more information on that, you can find it on our website and different blogs, but we're not going to go through that in too much detail here. The point I'm trying to make is the higher your payroll, the higher your premiums are going to be. So, if you're looking at a few $1 million in payroll, $2.49 can be a lot of money potentially. But before I get carried away, let's get back into the premium rate statement. So I just got my premium rate statement, or I pulled it up and I'm taking a look at it. What's the first thing I want to look at? Well, I want to double check my industry. So in this case, I'm a welding company, and that's what it says right here. However, if this says something different, like taxi service or something like that, you want to call WCB and let them know that they have you in the wrong industry, because that can make a dramatic impact on your rate. So make sure that you're in the right industry. Now, whenever I open up a premium rate statement myself, I double check the rate year. So in this case, this is talking about what my rates are going to be in 2022. The reason this is important is because if I'm looking at the wrong rate year, these numbers can differ significantly from year to year. So you want to make sure you're looking at the right rate year. Next, I said, how do you know if you're in a surcharge? By looking at this information here. This is the industry average claims cost. And again, I'm not going to get into details of what it is. I'm going to simplify it. When you're looking at your premium rate statement, think of this as a threshold or as a benchmark that WCB sets in the sand. And essentially what they say is, if your claims cost, meaning the cost of all your WCB claims for the first 3 of the last 4 years, if all of them in together cost more than $118,000, we're going to put you in a surcharge. However, if you did a great job with claims management, you did a great job with your health and safety, or you got a good few appeals, and you were less than $118,000, you're going to be in a discount. It's that simple. And so where do you find your claims cost? It says here, your claims cost. So in this case, the threshold was $118,000. This particular company's at $170,000, which means when they run it through this formula, which again, for simplicity, I'm not going to go through, you get a 22% surcharge. Well, now we ask, well, how much is that going to cost me? 22%. That sounds like a lot. Well, when you look at your industry rate, it's $2.04. What is an industry rate? If you're a brand new company just out of the gates and never started working in this industry before, they're going to set you at $2, and WCB is going to set you at $2.04 in order to acknowledge that you don't have any history, but these are the risks that are associated, that someone might get hurt. So this is what they would charge you for every $100 of payroll you want to essentially insure. If you add that 22% onto there, so 22% of $2.04 is 45 cents. Add them together, you get a total of $2.49. Now, the employer premium rate is exactly what it sounds like. The company, so you're the employer, your rate is $2.49. It's the same thing like car insurance. If over the last few years you've had a few accidents, you've gotten speeding tickets, you ran a few stop signs, your premiums are going to go up each year. Same thing with WCB, only instead of speeding tickets, they're looking at how much money did they spend on your injured workers. They're called claims costs. The higher the claims costs, the higher the premiums. So, moral of the story, how do I control this? How do I get in a discount position? All great questions, but in order to go through that, I need an hour-long video. So if any of this didn't make sense, or if you're in a surcharge and you're wondering how you got here and you want more information, or you just want to talk to an expert to walk you through this, then what I want you to do is call me, contact me, go to my website, click the contact an expert button, fill out the form, and let me know what questions you have. And literally, if all you want me to do is go through this with you, say, I need you to go through my premium rate statement with me, and I'll do that. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, maybe you had questions about a claim that you're dealing with, maybe you're thinking of appealing, maybe it's just your program overall, that's what we're here to do. So we offer training, coaching, consulting, whatever you're looking for. Workers' Comp Simplified has it for you. I'd be excited to work with you. Go ahead and click that contact an expert button. Until next time, take care, Simplifiers.